Well, as an old soul, light worker, you enter this world, and in order to get ready, we choose young souls' parents and a pretty tough life in the beginning to prepare ourselves. And we know we can handle it, so we put ourselves through lots of tremendous pressure in order to warm up the muscles. And once we reach a point that we feel, yeah, we are ready, then we start offering a different reality to people. Well, as a soul, we come to this three-dimensional world in order to experience and re-experience life. Very simple. And in order to do that, we need a body, we need a personality, and we need some protection. And that's the ego part of us that's there to protect us. So the first 7 years of our life, we don't need to protect ourselves. That job is, in the hands of our parents. And during that time, we build up our personality. And once we do that, the ego can enter and protect us after that. So what happens as a child, that divinity that we are born with and the persona is one. And once the personality is formed, and after the age of 7, we start, based on the divine contract we have our parents and the path we are walking in this life, then we are slowly separating the divinity within us with the persona, and we identify ourselves a lot with that persona and the history and the trauma and the programming and the conditioning. And well, of course, there is a longing within us. We would love to feel that again. So in all the old schools, they say that we have to become a child in order to enter the heaven. And that become a child, which means you create that divine union and you go back to that unity. And that's basically what divine union is all about. I think it's very interesting. For me, I try not to never judge anything. I just look at people and I see what the story of their life, the movie of their life, they have formed them to this person. And still that longing that we were talking about is there, and they want to go back to that. And most of the time there is a divine masculine, divine feminine involved, and I love to see that dynamic between them. For me, it's very, very interesting how they can get lost in that personality and identification with that persona and forgetting the divinity within us. Is once they feel and experience that union, all the individuals or couples, it's very, very sweet. It's the best rewarding to see that magic happen. They are happy because we have something that we call the ladder of divine union, how we can reach that divine union. So everything starts with the trust. That's the foundation, that's the base. Once we establish the trust, it gives birth to feeling safe. And what happens when we are safe? We surrender. We don't need to be worried about anything. And once we surrender, we become relaxed. Tranquility walks in. And once we are relaxed, we know it by the fact that we become so much more, creative. So much more creative. And once we are creative, we give birth to abundance. And abundance brings freedom. And freedom gives birth to happiness. And once we feel the happiness, we want to share it with everything, with everybody. Like birthdays and all the celebrities, We just celebrations, and we just want to share that joy with everybody, and that's the divine union. So everything starts with the trust. In all the tools that I share with my sisters and brothers, I'm just trying to water and give nourishment and food to the root of this tree, if you want to call it. Because more we give nourishment and water to the root, which is trust, we will know that the whole tree is gonna feel good, and we're gonna reach the divine union.
Okay.
My coaching approach is to make sure people understand what gift they are holding inside them. What is their role? Why they are here in this world, in this life? And once they get reminded of that individually, then they understand why they have been brought together, why they have to work together to reach that. And that helps them to find that divine union too in the future.